So I think the biggest lesson I've learned is to be thankful. Thankful for at whatever point it is in your life, to be, thankful for health and, your family and your career and happiness, because things can change pretty quickly. From when Gabby and I went through this pretty tragic event of her being shot and 6 of her constituents murdered and 12 other people being injured all in a matter of 15 seconds. And then, the aftermath of that. And as she was in the hospital for 6 months, and about a year later she resigned from her job. That was after I left the Navy and NASA because of all this. That things changed for us very quickly and not in a positive direction. And as we travel the country, we meet a lot of people. And I hear stories over and over again how things can change very quickly. So I think the biggest lesson I've learned is to be thankful. Thankful for at whatever point it is in your life, to be, thankful for health and, your family and your career and happiness, because things can change pretty quickly. And people have the ability to adapt and make the best of things. I think we've certainly tried really hard to do that and make a positive, for as much possible, a positive thing out of a negative event. But I think it's also important for people to be aware that change happens quickly, and that there's a lot to be said for being thankful for where you are in life and all the positive things you have. I used to make like these long-term plans, that I did in my career before Gabby was injured, and then that changed at a very quick amount, and it's been quite hectic, ever since. We're trying to get some members of Congress to address gun violence in this country. It's the statistics aren't good. We suffer from 15 to 20 times the death rate, from guns than any other industrialized country. We could do better. We could do better than that. We could do a lot better. So that's a long-term, it's a goal of ours. But me, personally, I haven't really thought ahead in a while of where I want to be in 10 years or where Gabby wants to be. She often, has been thinking, I think, more near term. She works really hard to try to improve and try to, overcome, her gunshot wound. She struggles with, her right leg being paralyzed and her right arm and her vision and her ability to communicate because of aphasia. But her positivity, hasn't changed at all. And how she can bring light into the room and make people feel good and motivate, people that are struggling. That still exists in her. It's pretty incredible how she can inspire people. I think I'd like to be, remembered that my job as an astronaut, which I had for 15 years, that I did a decent job at it. But then more importantly than that is that, I gave back something, to the country and tried to, help people. We try to do that in a number of ways now. But I think being remembered for that is more important than being remembered as an astronaut or a Navy pilot or, those kind of things.